Hi, YouTubers and wet shavers everywhere. It's MargaretGeorgeTune.com. I'm back with another Monday Morning Mailbag. Get yourself a cup of coffee, kick back, relax. Let's talk a little wet shaving and a few other things. What do you got this morning? New coffee and new mug. Hang on 1 minute. That is absolutely fantastic. This is a new blend from Black Rifle Coffee. It came just the other day, Coffee of the Month Club, thanks to Jason, Allison, and the boys, again, for giving me the Coffee of the Month Club gift, Christmas gift. Boy, it's the gift that keeps on giving all year long. Here it is from Black Rifle Coffee Company, Gunship. This is a light roast. Where is it? Right here. Yeah, light roast right there. And this is really flavorful. I am surprised. It also has a nice, delightful edge to it. Really, really terrific. So check this one out, Gunship. I like this one a lot. So again, my thanks to my nephew Jason, his wife Allison, and the boys for this terrific, terrific gift. Coffee of the Month Club from Black Rifle Coffee Company. So we got 12 Keurig cups that came just the other day. And I was so excited. Oh boy, another Keurig cup. Yeah, there it is. There's the artwork right there. Gunship right there, the Keurig cup. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. So thanks again, Jason, Allison, and the boys. And we have a brand new coffee mug this morning, courtesy of Bill and Connie Murphy. My thanks to them. Check this out. This is the Wacky Woolies coffee mug, all the way from Ireland. You know, they traveled to England, Wales, Scotland, Ireland, Northern Ireland, and they came away with this as a gift that they sent to the channel. How about that? Isn't that wonderful? That's absolutely delightful coffee mug. And you can see on the inside there it says Wacky Woolies, Ireland, huh? How about that? And here's what's really, really neat. Check out the handle. The handle has a slot right here, and a slot on the top and a slot on the bottom. That's where you can put this spoon right here, and that kind of inserts right there like that. How about that? Isn't that great? So if you want to scoop out a little bit of sugar and put that into your coffee, you got a little spoon for it. Bill also said, hey, this would make a really good scoop for a shave soap or a shaving cream. Yeah, that works too. I'm just going to set the spoon there. Here, let me just show you the label here on the spoon. Ireland right there. How about that? Isn't that great? Yeah, that's absolutely fantastic. So my thanks to Bill and Connie Murphy. Thank you very, very much for the really, really delightful coffee mug, Wacky Woolies, all the way from Ireland. Yeah, that is really, really delightful. Really, really like that one a lot. Hang on, one more sip. That's absolutely fantastic. And hey, if you're taking me along on your morning commute this morning, thanks very much for the lift. Really do appreciate it. If you are listening to the podcast, thanks very much for tuning in. Really do appreciate that. Oh, almost forgot, as we like to say, a good hot coffee, a trusty mug. Let the caffeine go to work, gentlemen. Absolutely. Hang on. I got a lot I need to talk to you about. So I'm trying to keep the notes in my head straight. Hang on 1 minute. That's absolutely terrific. You know, I came across this the other day because Halloween is right around the corner. Wanted to show you this. My friend Maureen McGinty was a naturalist and a director over at the Cleveland Metro Park System. And every year they would put on a Halloween event. And one year they put together spooky stories and haunted trails. And she asked me to do some artwork for a t-shirt that they gave away to all the folks who attended that event. And here's what I came up with. How about that? George being chased by a ghost. I don't want to drown out the microphone there. How about that? Isn't that great? Yeah, it's a t-shirt. George was on a t-shirt. That was really neat. I was very, very flattered that they asked me to provide the artwork. And on the back of the t-shirt, we have a full-colored Halloween double take. How about that? Check that out, huh? Yeah, that's really, really neat. So I was very, very flattered a number of years ago that they asked for the artwork for George and some other cartoon work for the t-shirt for, what was that called again? Yeah, that was a really neat event. Spooky Stories and Haunted Trails, right there. Yeah, so George was right there. And again, double take right there on the back, full color. So yeah, that's really kind of neat to see George and my other cartoon work on a t-shirt that was given away to a whole bunch of people who attended that event. So my thanks again to my good friend Maureen McGinty for asking me to provide the artwork for that particular event, for that T-shirt. I was very, very flattered and honored by that. So how are you this morning? Great to be with you. I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. Now we got all the all the housekeeping out of the way. We've got a great show for you this morning. We got a great viewer shaving tip. We need to give you an update on giveaway winners. We need to give you that update. We also have some great refill comments. We got some great new wet shaving gear to share with you this morning. Well, how do I want to say this? Items that are back for both Phoenix Shaving and also the 345 Soap Company. Some really, really popular items are back in stock that wet shavers really, really like a lot. And also some great questions and comments. So again, thanks very much for tuning in this morning. Really do appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me. So let's get the show kicked off like we do every week with a viewer morning shaving tip. Well, this morning's shaving tip comes from viewer Doug Lane. And Doug writes, "Hi, Mark. I hope you're doing well. This is Doug Lane. We met recently at the Ohio Wet Shavers Meetup. I was the one who connected you with Colonel Mully over the phone." Yeah, that was absolutely fantastic. If you missed the highlight reel, get back to a previous Monday Morning Mailbag where we showed the highlight reel of everything that went on at the Ohio Wet Shavers Meetup, and that kicked off the highlight reel, talking to Colonel Mully via a Zoom call that Doug had arranged. Doug, thank you very much. That was absolutely fantastic. He continues here, "I just want to express my gratitude for your thoughtful review of the Adopted Acres Old School Mint Cherry Barbershop Shave Soap. I really appreciate your feedback. I know the name is a bit long. I might have to work on shortening it. I don't think so. I think it says exactly what it is, and I really, really enjoyed the shave with this. I didn't do it on camera. I did have a shave with it, and we talked about it, I believe, on the Monday Morning Mailbag, and this is absolutely fantastic. I listened to your review a few weeks ago, but things have been so busy that I forgot to reach out and say thanks. I'm planning to officially launch Adopted Acres at the beginning of 2025, just a few more months to go. Well, please make us aware, let us know when that launch date happens, and we will be sure to talk about it here on the Monday Morning Mailbag and also do a brand new review on camera of the shave soap once you have a launch date so people can actually purchase it online. Great, great, great to hear. Now, for a quick shaving tip. As a soap maker, I strive to create the perfect balance of glycerin and other ingredients to provide the best shave possible. Instead of using a separate pre-shave product, I like to whip up plenty of lather. For example, if I'm doing a 2-pass shave, I'll prepare enough lather for 3 passes. For a 3-pass shave, I'll make enough for 4. Whether I've bowl lathered or face lathered, I work the lather into my skin thoroughly on the first pass, even using my hands to really massage it in. This helps hydrate the whiskers and infuse the skin with all the beneficial nutrients from the soap. Then I simply wipe the lather off with my hands without washing my face, leaving the residual slickness intact. I re-lather and proceed with the shave as usual. I believe the soap itself is the best pre-shave product, and it also saves from needing an extra pre-shave oil or bar. Give it a try. I think you'll be impressed. Thanks again for your support. Best regards, Doug Lane. Hey, Doug, my pleasure. Absolutely loved reviewing your shave soap, and again, looking forward to the official launch. And thanks so much for sending along a really, really practical shaving tip. A lot of us out there really like pre-shave soaps. Well, here, Doug is suggesting if you have a really, really good artisan shave soap or a good quality shave soap, you can use that as a pre-shave. Just whip up enough lather for enough passes and then get a little bit of that and use that as your pre-shave. Use that lather and work it in, wipe off the residual, leave it on, paint over it, and go on with your shave. That's an absolutely fantastic, very, very practical shaving tip, Doug. Thank you very, very much for passing it along this morning. And to say thank you, for you and only you, an original signed George sketch. So please email me your snail mail address to mondaymailbag@gmail.com, mondaymailbag@gmail.com, and I will send this to you post haste. And if you out there would like an original signed George sketch, just send me a shaving tip. Send that shaving tip to mondaymailbag@gmail.com. And if I use it here on the viewer shaving, hang on. If I use it here on the viewer morning shaving tips segment of the Monday Morning Mailbag, there you go. You too will receive an original signed George sketch. So, Doug, thanks again for a really, really terrific shaving tip. Let us know the launch date of your shave soap. And thanks again. Really, really do appreciate it. Well, I wanted to give you an update on some of our giveaway winners. The 3 winners that we had for the NAV 20 beard kit that was very kindly sent along by Eric Zhang of Sonic Grace. All 3 of them checked in, sent in their addresses, which I then forwarded to Eric Zhang, and all 3 have received their beard care kits, their NAV 20 beard care kits. And those winners were Wesley Kirby, Aaron Watson, and Roderick McLeod. So all 3 of them checked in, and they all 3 received their beard care kits from Eric Zhang and the folks at Sonic Grace and NAV 20. So my thanks to them again for sponsoring the giveaway. Also, speaking of Aaron Watson is sponsoring a giveaway to benefit the victims of Western North Carolina. And this works this way. Hurricane Helene has devastated Western North Carolina. I was born and raised in this area and have seen so much of the destruction firsthand. I wanted to do something to help the victims. Therefore, I am sponsoring a giveaway. I'm giving away a $100 Maggard's gift card to one lucky winner. Enter by simply making a donation to the NC Disaster Relief Fund. This is handled through our local United Way. The web address is https://pay.payatgov.com/NC donations. We'll have that below. Simply make a donation, then email the receipt as proof of donation, and you will be entered. A minimum donation of $5 is required to enter. The deadline is now October 25th, 2024. So he extended the deadline one more week. So you've got one more week to enter. So simply make a donation of a minimum of $5 or more, and then send him the email receipt. Send him the receipt that you made a donation, and he'll enter you into that donation. And once he selects a winner, I believe he'll forward that information to us, and we'll make the announcement here on the channel. So you can email your entry, proof of donation receipt, to Aaron Watson at nccaring76@gmail.com. And again, we will have his email below and the website below, where you can click on all that and get right over there, make your donation, and email proof of donation receipt to Aaron directly, and then you'll be entered. So I just want to let you know that he extended the deadline from October 18th to now October 25th, 2024. So you have a little more time to enter if you've been meaning to enter and you forgot to enter. So my thanks again to Aaron Watson for the update on that. And lastly, David and Barb Keiss, along with Todd Stanfield, put together the 2024 Children's Cancer Research Fund drawing that took place on October 4th. A couple of Fridays ago, and they selected a whole bunch of winners, and they had a bunch of prize packages to give out. And a gentleman named Matt Johnson won prize package number 20. And prize package number 20 was a $50 gift card from Hoffman's Grooming, an exclusive Ohio Wet Shavers Meetup 2024 shave soap, and Splash from Shannon's and Spearhead is a terrific set that was given away to everyone who attended the Ohio Wet Shavers Meetup. A $43 shave soap and aftershave set from Strike Gold Shave, and a custom cartoon drawing. That is to say, an original signed comic strip from me. So this is going to go to, again, the winner, Matt Johnson. I'm looking at my notes here from the drawing that night. Matt Johnson. This was prize package number 20. So once we get Matt's address, all that can be sent out to him, and I can sign this to Matt Johnson and mail this to him as well. The problem is that Matt Johnson has not contacted David and Barb and Todd. So if Matt Johnson is listening to this, please contact David Keiss at TMD1021905 at msn.com. Once more, I'll give that to you. TMD1021905 at msn.com. And if anyone else out there knows Matt Johnson, please let him know that he's a winner of prize package number 20. And you can check out all those prize packages at takecareman.com, which is a wonderful blog by Todd Stanfield. Check that out. He does a great job with it. And just want to let you know that as of the time I'm recording this, they have not yet heard from Matt Johnson. Maybe, by the time I've got this uploaded and everything, maybe he will have contacted them. So, and I hope that's what happens. So, but I did want to get that word out that the winner for prize package number 20 that was given away by David and Barb Keiss and Todd Stanfield for the 2024 Children's Cancer Research Fund drawing this past October 4th, that winner was Matt Johnson. So please, Matt, drop an email to David Keiss at tmd1021905 at msn.com. Okay, so that kind of gets everything up to date with all the giveaway winners out there. Thanks very much for listening in. And if you know Matt Johnson, let him know that he won. And congratulations to all the other winners out there. And please make a donation to Aaron Watson's giveaway that he is sponsoring. It's for a very, very worthy cause. Okay, thanks again, folks. Well, here's your weekly reminder that the Monday Morning Mailbag is also available as a podcast. Simply get up to your favorite streaming service and search for Monday Morning Mailbag and more, Monday Morning Mailbag and more, and the Monday Morning Mailbag podcast, as well as our other podcast, Second Cup, will come right up. Both of those podcasts are available on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, YouTube, and now iHeartRadio. Well, what do you know? Coffee's getting low, that time of the show. Let's go back for a refill, but hang on, I got to show you this. Well, this is really neat. Hang on. Before I get my refill, check out the bottom of the mug there, huh? Yeah, that's absolutely fantastic. Okay, now let's go back for a refill. Well, I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. I hope you went back for a refill. I sure did. Hang on 1 minute. Yeah, that is terrific. Again, light roast right there. Black Rifle Coffee Company, Gunship. Thanks to my nephew Jason, his wife Allison, and the boys for a really, really terrific gift. I love the Coffee of the Month Club from Black Rifle Coffee Company. Yeah, this came the other day. I was like, oh boy. And I was so surprised to see a new blend. I've never had this one before, and it is very, very good. And on first sip, it had a little bit of an edge to it, but very, very delightful. And I think we had the discussion that light roast might be a little more flavorful than dark roast, something along those lines. I can't quite remember. I don't know all the science behind it or the reasons why, but a delightful cup of coffee. And speaking of delightful, what a delightful coffee mug. Again, courtesy of Bill and Connie Murphy, all the way from Ireland. How about that? They were traveling the world, or actually traveling part of Europe. They went to England, Wales, Scotland, Ireland, Northern Ireland, and sent the channel this wonderful Wacky Woolies coffee mug all the way from Ireland. And that is really a delightful coffee mug. It'll definitely put a smile on your face with your morning coffee, like right there, that one sheep right there. Absolutely fantastic. One more sip. Hang on. Terrific. And once more, don't forget that spoon. That's great. Look at that. Isn't that great? Yeah. That's marvelous. Yeah, we like that a lot. Okay. All right. Okay. Great to be with you again. I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. Let's get to some of these refill comments this morning. Ken Frederick wrote, great show, Mark. That Halloween shave bowl looks great. I've used the T.N. Dickinson's Witch Hazel, and it's very good. Can't beat the price. Take care. Yeah, Bill and Connie Murphy also sent along that wonderful Halloween shaving bowl. We're going to be using that in a Halloween shaving review. I'm putting that together, kind of thinking about what I'm going to be using, but that's definitely going to be centerpiece. And T.N. Dickinson's, yeah, we talked about that. Very, very affordable for 16 fluid ounces. So if you want to move away from Thayer's and something else that might be a little more affordable and you get a little more, check out T.N. Dickinson's. I've been using it, and I think it's very, very good. Now, again, Thayer's is supposed to be the best, but what do you think out there? Comment below and let us know if you've used T.N. Dickinson's as Ken has, and what do you think about it as compared to Thayer's or some of the other brands that are out there. Thanks very much for that, Ken. Brian McCarthy wrote, another successful Monday morning, Mark. Well done. Thank you very much. As for the Witch Hazel products, I believe you cannot argue with the math. Dickinson's comes out at a quarter the price of the Thayer's. It gets rubbed on your face or noggin, never swallowed. I might spend more on bourbon or single malt, but on Witch Hazel, never. So there's another vote for the affordability of Dickinson's. Thanks very much for that, Brian. Bart Buzz wrote, Monday Morning Mailbag is a great resource for wet shaving products. Well, that's because of all the participation of all the great viewers out there. Certainly Mark Bagwell has been doing some great reviews. And thanks again, Mark, for that very, very much. And other viewers out there contribute some great reviews and, give us tips on and heads up on some really, really great shaving products that are back in stock, or new wet shaving products, or new shave soaps, that sort of thing, or new artisans that we've never heard of. So a big tip of the hat to all the viewers out there because they make it all possible. Anyhow, he continues here. I've been using T.N. Dickinson's Witch Hazel since I discovered it 4 years ago. It's the real stuff and the price is right. I gave my Thayer's to my wife. That's what's great about wet shaving. There are so many options. We just have to learn that the rabbit hole is deep. Happy Columbus Day. He posted this last week on Columbus Day. Thanks very much for that, Bart. Really, really do appreciate it. Hey, Beth Jones checked in. Hey, great to hear from you, Beth. And she wrote, another well-planned and informative 3MB, Mark. Hey, thanks very much, Beth. Really do appreciate that. Barrister and Man is one of my favorite shave soaps. Kudos to Mark Bagwell's review of Nocturne. Have a great rest of the week. P.S. Very nice disinfecting jar. Yeah, the disinfecting jar from the folks at Pacific Shaving Company. That was absolutely fantastic seeing that in their package that they sent to the channel. And again, Mark Bagwell did a really, really nice review of Nocturne by Barrister and Man. If you missed it, check out last week's Monday Morning Mailbag. Hey, Beth, thanks very much. Great to hear from you, Beth. Thanks so much. Hey, viewer Bill Murphy wrote, great 3MB, Mark. Lots of great information as usual. After the post office gave my Halloween shave bowl from Shave Nation, I finally received it. It made a fantastic lather with Cider House 5. Hope you get the same results. I'm really looking forward to using that and building a lather. Absolutely. The Pacific Shaving Company Spearmint Soap and Cork Shave Brush sound fantastic. They're both really, really terrific products. Used sterling British leather, and it is very close to English leather and is great. Yeah, this is Sterling Soap Company's version of English leather. A lot of wet shavers have been talking about it. They say it's really terrific, as Bill says here. Check it out if you're interested. Thanks for sharing my travel pictures. Globus did a fantastic job, and we made a lot of new friends on the trip, including people from Canada and Australia. Have a wonderful week. Yeah, it's looked like a great trip, and it looks like you had a great time, and nice to hear that you made some friends from folks from around the world. That's absolutely fantastic. Viewer Rob Miller wrote, great show, Mark. I have the Thayer's Rose Petal that I use after using the Taylor of Old Bond Street Rose Soap, and the Lavender Thayer's after the Taylor of Old Bond Street Lavender Soap, the No Scent Thayer's with every other soap. It's really soothing on the skin. Let it dry before applying splash or balm. Hey, Rob, thanks very much for the endorsement of Thayer's. Again, we've talked about these different witch hazel brands out there, and Thayer seems to come in right there at the top and might cost a little more, but a lot of folks out there talk about its quality. Mark Bagwell certainly has discussed that with us on the show. And yeah, it is a very, very good product. Although some folks out there like the Dickinsons, you know what? Your face, your rules. We'll just leave it at that. But Rob, thanks very much for the endorsement and the confirmation of how great Thayer's is. And it seems to pair up with some of the other great shaving soaps that are out there. So thanks very much for that. Matt A. 8034 wrote, "Hi, Mark. Nice 3MB. You were talking about horsehair brushes. I've got some horsehair brushes. I really like them. They're a bit softer than Boar and a bit coarser than Badger. A good brand to go for is Semogue. Their brushes are very good. They will last you for many, many years. Take care, Mark, and have a great week." Hey, Matt, thanks very, very much for the suggestion. Semogue horsehair brushes. Go look those up. Thanks very, very much. Viewer Keith Osmond wrote, "Happy Columbus Day, Mark. Thanks from this Canadian for the Thanksgiving wishes." My pleasure, absolutely. There was a Viking settlement, presumably Leif Erikson's, on the northern tip of the island of Newfoundland at, I'm not going to be able to pronounce this, L'Anse aux Meadows. That's A-U-X. I'm not sure how that's pronounced. My apologies. L'Anse aux Meadows. A full day's drive from where I live in St. John's, Newfoundland. It's a big island. A reproduction of the settlement is there now. Worth the visit if you're looking for somewhere to vacation. As for horsehair brushes, there aren't many. Vilong used to be a chief source, but they went out of business about a year ago. I did not know that. I remember seeing their name when this discussion would come up every once in a while, and now I'm kind of kicking myself that I didn't get one of them. You may find some still in stock at various retailers. I have one of their brushes, but find it rather floppy. I find it works best with creams. Semogue makes a couple as well. I have the Pharos. That's Pharos. I have the Pharos, a small, inexpensive brush. The smaller knot makes it quite different from the Vilong. It is a bit scritchy, but has boar-like backbone, and so can be used with any soap. Makes a great lather. It is one of my favorite brushes. Hey, Keith, thanks very, very much for that. So, folks, Pharos. Pharos is the horsehair brush. It's a little bit scritchy, but has a boar-like backbone. I'm assuming that's what it is. It's a horsehair brush from Pharos. So thanks very much for that, Keith. Really do appreciate it. Wittar 7090 wrote, "Hi, Mark. I have and use a Vilong, I think from Spain, Metropolitan with a 26 millimeter knot. It fits in between a Boar, stiffer, and Badger, softer, for natural hair brushes. I find that I can whip up a good lather with it just like the other brushes. I am pleased with it. I believe that unlike the other natural hair brushes, the horse is not harmed, as I have read that the bristles are cut from the mane, higher quality, or tail without putting the horse down." Yeah, I think that's the discussion about Badger. The animal might be destroyed in trying to retrieve some of its hair, which I think is the discussion as to why people are moving away from Badger and moving over to synthetic. But I think you are correct that they're just giving the horse a haircut, so to speak. And the better hair, I think you are correct, comes from the mane. So thanks very much for that, Wittar. Really do appreciate that. Viewer Jimmy V checked in. Viewer Mike found that Badger brushes seem to need more soap to build a lather than synthetic brushes. I find that to be the same. Badger brushes also seem to hold on to the soap deep inside. Synthetics get it out on my face a lot easier, at least for me. Viewer Dan's point about the classic artisan soaps is spot on. Some scents come and go, some are only seasonal, but some are eternal. They have stood the test of time and are always worth checking out by new wet shavers. Don't forget, Phoenix Shaving makes 14% alcohol witch hazel. I use the Thayer's alcohol-free after the alum stage of shaving. I'll spray on the Phoenix Shaving whenever I want a quick pick-me-up after washing my face. Package perforations are great, but sometimes need a helping hand. Some work really, really well. Some, I think, are put on the package just to make a customer's head explode. I can understand that. Yeah, there are sometimes, this is something we talked about last week, perforations on packaging, and try to take advantage of the perforations on those packaging because it'll give you a way to open up that package and dispense whatever product is inside a little more easily. But I agree with you, Jimmy. Sometimes they're put on there and they just do not work at all. I do agree with that. And some other great comments regarding witch hazel. And yeah, thanks for reminding us of Phoenix Shavings Witch Hazel, which comes in a spray bottle. I do have that as well. And it's got the 14% alcohol in it. So it's another good pick. So if you're shopping online with Phoenix Shaving, just drop that witch hazel into the cart, and then you'll have it along with the spray bottle, which is really a nice way to go. So thanks very much for that, Jimmy. Really, really do appreciate it. 10 fluid ounces, 30 minutes wrote, the Dickinson's Witch Hazel with the 14% alcohol is easy to find most places. I still have half full bottle now, 5 years old. I use it so rarely. Is it still holding up, though? That's what I want to know. Is it still witch hazily? I guess is the question. So you know what? I think you're right. I think Dickinson's is very, very plentiful out there in the marketplace. I mean, you can go into any, just about, I know I saw mine at the big box store Walmart, and it's online. And I should look at some other locations and see if it's available. But it sounds like it's one of those brands that's everywhere, and you can easily find it in your local pharmacy or big box store. So thanks very much for that. 10 fluid ounces, 30 minutes. The one Baba, we haven't heard from him in a while. He checked in. Thayer's in the Den and bought 2 bottles with a coupon. Not sure of the cost, but I think $6 a bottle after coupon. Hey, that's a pretty good deal. Love it, so we'll probably repurchase. On the Leaf 3-blade. I have always used 3 blades, Wizamitz, and never saw a need to try anything different. Hopefully, never will. Head shaves only, as it works for face, but I find it cumbersome on the face. Best head shaver, in my opinion. The Leaf razor, Aaron Watson very kindly sent one to the channel, and we've used it for head shaves, and I have yet to use it for a face shave, but I understand why you would think it might be a little cumbersome for face shaving. But for head shaves, it worked very, very well. First shave I had was very, very good. Second shave, I think my technique was off, and I caught myself with a little bit of a nick. Looking forward to doing some more head shaving with it, and just using 2 slots rather than 3. But the one Baba likes using all 3 slots with Wizamitz. And that might make a difference because that is a great blade. Yeah, thanks very much for that, Baba. I really do appreciate it. Bob Leroux wrote, great show today. I'd like more info on witch hazel, how necessary it is. I've used Thayer's, but I'm not sure about whether I needed it. That's a very, very good question. I'm using it in my post-shave routine, but I got to admit, in doing some of the Pacific Shaving Cream reviews, I have skipped that step and gone from alum right to their aftershave balm because I'm not using a splash. So, if anyone knows out there what exactly the function of using a witch hazel in your post-shave routine is, please comment below and let us know. I know that some wet shavers out there have reported some really, really nice results from their skin toning up. And some gentlemen out there have said that they've actually looked younger and that their wives and girlfriends have commented on how good their skin looks after a routine with witch hazel post-shave. That came into the discussion. But if anyone else has any additional information as to the benefits of witch hazel in the post-shave routine, please comment below and let us know. J. Potter86 wrote, hi, Mark. Do you or any other of the fine gentlemen out there know where I can get the brass metaphor razor from here in the UK? All I can find is the stainless. Thanks in advance for any info. We talked about the metaphor razors from Phoenix Shaving. And Jay, I can tell you that the brass model of that razor, like many of the other razors in their catalog online, it kind of comes and goes. The stainless steel version of the metaphor razor is very, very good. And that seems to be in stock more often than the brass version. I like the brass version a lot. And I would say to get on an email alert list and just keep an eye out for them. You can also contact Phoenix Shaving via email. They are very, very receptive to their customers, and they'll let you know what might be in store for when that gets re-released. And again, I think they have an email alert to when it'll be back in stock. Now, I was just up there a few days ago after I read your comment and saw that it wasn't listed on the page. It might be listed now, I'm not sure, but if it is listed, it'll usually be labeled as sold out if they don't have it. That's where you can then hit a little tab or a little tag or a little button there to get an email alert when it comes back in stock. So, or email them directly. I have both of those, the stainless steel and the brass. They're wonderful. They're both wonderful. And yes, I reach for the brass one a little more often than I do the stainless. And I do get the Rex Supply or the Razor Emporium Supply polishing cloth, and I find myself polishing that brass because it does kind of, when water spots hit it and that sort of thing, it kind of gives it that aged look, I guess you can say. Kind of gives it a weathered look, and a lot of wet shavers like that. I like that highly polished brass look, so I'll use that cloth to kind of bring that nice brass polish back. And I think there are other ways to polish brass too. If you know of great proven techniques in polishing a brass razor, please comment below and let us know. So Jay, thanks for the comment, and I hope that you find a Metaphor brass razor in your future. It really is a terrific, terrific razor. I like it a lot. And that wraps up this week's refill comments. Thanks very much to everyone who contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's check out some new wet shaving gear. Mark Bagwell checked in with a review of Phoenix Shaving's Sundown, and he wrote, Sundown by Phoenix Shaving is an homage to the Gillette's Sun Up. I am very happy to say it's back. That's right. I have pestered and bugged Douglas for the last couple of years to get off of his duff and bring back what is, in my opinion, one of the best shaving scents of all time. And I am not exaggerating. It's that good. Many companies try to make an homage to Sun Up, but only one company managed to do it right. You gotta put respect on anyone who can nail it like Douglas and Fran did. I know because I'm an old guy and I remember the original. So how best to describe the scent of Sundown? The best way I can think of, it's masculine. This is not for girls and not for guys who like to smell like girls. This is old school. This is for a man that likes to smell like a man, and yet it's not overpowering. There are top notes of lemon, petitgrain, and bergamot, followed by middle notes of lavender, rose, and clary sage that bring an herbal floral heart, balanced with just the right amount of freshness. The base notes, the real magic lies in the finish: oak moss, vetiver, sandalwood, and a hint of animalic musk, creating a warm, earthy dry down that lingers long after the sun has set. For a scent this great, is there a downside to Sundown? Unfortunately, yes. This is a limited release. So after you and your lady fall in love with it, it won't be around for much longer. Douglas has not committed to bringing this back as a yearly release. This is where he and I disagree. The only way we can convince him to making this a yearly release is for everyone to support it by picking up a tub. While you're at it, check out the Sundown collection. Besides the shaving soap, it's also offered in an aftershave cologne, Star Jelly aftershave, solid cologne, deodorant, EDP, shampoo puck, body soap, new shirt, diner mugs, and a framed print. A link will be added. Don't sleep on this one. Hey, Mark, thanks very, very much for a really, really fantastic review. Yeah, I have heard a lot about Sundown even before this re-release of it. A lot of wet shavers really, really like this one. So yeah, get it while you can. It's going to become unobtainium after this release, from what we understand. So yeah, make plans to get this one for sure. We'll have a link below My thanks to Mark Bagwell for a very informative and inspiring review of Sundown from Phoenix Shaving. Thanks again, Mark. We'll have links below, folks. Well, speaking of great shave soaps that have returned, viewer Greg Pisante gave us a heads up on Fresh Cut Fade from 345 Soap Company. And he writes, Fresh Cut Fade is back at 345 Soap Company. Mark, this is a fantastic take on the barbershop scent, and it's finally back in stock. If you can swing it, this is the barbershop scent to own. And it always sells out, so if interested, act fast. I ordered myself a set this morning. Have a fantastic weekend, Mark. And again, this is from 345 Soap Company. My thanks to Greg Pisante for the heads up on this one. Here's what they write on their product page. That feeling you get when you walk out of the barbershop with a fresh cut. You feel clean, ready, excited for the day. Fresh Cut Fade tries to capture that with a very clean and fresh take on this barbershop scent. Here are the scent notes. Bergamot, basil, oak moss, sandalwood, tobacco, cedar, white patchouli, bay leaf, and some citrus. This is a fresh take on barbershop, as they wrote before. Yeah, check it out, folks, from 345 Soap Company. Fresh Cut Fade. It absolutely sounds wonderful. And as Greg says, act fast. This one sells out very, very quickly. We'll have a link to it below. Greg, thanks again very, very much. Well, as you know, last week we talked about Pacific Shaving shaving products. The folks over there, Stan Addis and everyone at Pacific Shaving Company, very kindly sent along a nice sampling of their products to the channel. We introduced some of those to you last week. We have some more that we'd like to discuss and show you. First up is their natural shaving cream right here. A little goes a long way. It says here, safe, natural, and plant-derived ingredients. Right there. Yeah, this made a really, really nice lather. I found it to be very, very slick. A lot of wonderful glide. The body and density and the richness and the creaminess were very, very good. Although I think that the body, the actual weight of the lather is just a little lighter than what you might experience with their caffeinated shaving cream, but still very, very good. Could also be, it was my first outing with this in a long, long time, and it could be my water to cream ratio has to be maybe dialed in a little more strictly, so to speak. But boy, I had a great, great shave with this. And again, on the back here, it says fortified with organic aloe and organic shea butter, safe and natural ingredients, essential oils. I'll let you get a look at that right there, the back label right there. Yeah, absolutely terrific. 7 fluid ounce tube right here. And they also have it in a travel size. Terrific, terrific. These are TSA friendly, and just had a really, really wonderful shave with it. So I liked it a lot. So if you're looking for a natural shaving cream, give this one a try from Pacific Shaving Company. I really, really enjoyed my shave with this. And as I recall, had a nice citrus scent. Really liked the scent of this one. So this was terrific. Their natural shaving cream. Also, they sent along this, which I also used. I've been using, and I also had a shave with it, their natural shave oil. Boy, this is terrific. You can use this for straight up shaving, or you can use it as a pre-shave. And I've used it both ways now. And I got to tell you, I've used it a couple times as a just as a shave, just for shaving, straight up shaving. Just wet my face, got about 8 to 10 drops. Rubbed that in my face, grabbed my DE razor, and had a really marvelous, marvelous shave with this. Already done a review on this, as well as a review on the natural shaving cream. So we'll be showing those to you in the days ahead here, and I really enjoyed this. Now, I am using this as a pre-shave in reviewing some of the other Pacific Shaving Company shaving creams, and this really is wonderful. I've been starting out, as you know, with their bamboo pre-shave scrub, which is very, very good. And then I'm using the natural shave oil as a pre-shave, and then I'm lathering on top of that with their natural shaving cream and their caffeinated shaving cream. And I'm getting some really, really nice shaves. And of course, I'm following up with their caffeinated aftershave balm. This is a nice spearmint scent. So really enjoying the Pacific Shaving Company's shaving creams and oils and that sort of thing. Really, really terrific. We have some more to show you next week. Oh, wanted to show you one other item. Their Nick Stick. Boy, this is terrific. I did have to use this on one of my shaves. Very, very small, minor nick. I probably could have just let the alum block close it up, but I wanted to use this just to see how it worked and familiarize myself with it. And it has a roller ball, and it has some ingredients that work very, very well to close up those nicks. So this is really a nice, nice product. And you just screw the cap back on, and you throw it back in your dop kit or on the shelf in your shave den, and you're good to go. So you don't have to wait for it to dry out like a traditional styptic pencil where you wet the end of it and you're dabbing and you get that white powder. This dries clear and it really does a nice job in closing up the nick. So again, I didn't have anything major, but I had something where, I might as well give it a try. So I was reviewing some of these other products. I was hoping I would nick myself. No such luck. So I could use the Nick Stick on camera. Maybe down the road we'll overshave, or I'll slip up or something like that, and we'll be able to pull this out and show you how it works. But for that one little itty bitty nick, this worked very, very well, and I really, really liked it a lot. So that's kind of a rundown on some of the other Pacific Shaving Company shaving products that we have in store for you. We'll have the reviews in the days, maybe a week ahead, and you can check that out. So again, my thanks to Stan Addis and everyone at Pacific Shaving Company for very kindly sending these products along to the channel and allowing me to share them with all the viewers. We'll have links below to both the Pacific Shaving Company website where you can buy these products, or to their Amazon storefront where they also welcome you to make a purchase. So thanks again to everyone at Pacific Shaving Company. Really do appreciate it. Well, this past Friday, we did a review of the Back to Basics Log Cabin Glycerin Shave Soap. There's a label that I kind of used from the packaging, and I put it on the lid of my Charmin stainless steel shave bowl. And again, a big thanks to Rodney Ripplinger for recommending this one, because it came in really handy, because that's where I put the glycerin shave soap from Back to Basics Log Cabin. And we ran the review this past Friday. Really like this one a lot. Boy, did this make a nice lather. This is right up there with some of the other great glycerin shave soaps that we've reviewed here on the channel. And I just wanted to make mention again once more on how you order this. And I asked James German, because James very, very kindly passed this along to the channel at the Ohio Wet Shavers meetup and asked us to do a review, and I was more than happy, and I really liked this one a lot. As far as glycerin shave soaps, really, really wonderful performance. And he also gave away some of these as door prizes at the Ohio Wet Shavers meetup. But anyhow, I asked him once more, how do you order this? Because it's really not on their website. So we'll have a link to their website, and he wrote, "Hi, Mark, it's kind of enigmatic. You have to request it by placing an order for their bar or bath soap and put the note glycerin shave soap in the order comments." So that's how you go about doing it. So if you're interested, we'll have a link to the Back to Basics Log Cabin website where you can order some of their wonderful soap, and just put a note in there that you want to try their glycerin shave soap. It really is worth shaving with. I really, really enjoyed the shave with it. And again, I think it's one of the better glycerin shave soaps that we've used here on the channel. So again, we'll have a link to Back to Basics Log Cabin where you can drop them a note and get their glycerin shaving soap. My thanks to James German and everyone at the Ohio Wet Shavers meetup for very, very kindly passing this one along to the channel. Again, folks, we'll have a link below. Well, Jim from Northfield sent along this heads up regarding Rockwell's 10th anniversary 24 karat gold 6S safety razor. And he writes, "Hey Mark, as promised, here's the photo of the new 24 karat gold Rockwell 6S razor kit. I just received it. It's immaculate. It's also pricey. This kit was $290, but I had a 10% off code from Ohio Shaves channel. This to me will be a collector's piece due to the limited release of only 500 to the public. I couldn't pass on this one. To anyone interested, I would strongly suggest purchasing one soon. I don't know what will be available. Thanks, Jim from Northfield. Hey, Jim, thanks very, very much. Again, folks, there have been some email alerts that have gone out regarding this. Some other viewers have contacted the channel talking about this. We talked about this in Second Cup last week, and they're offering different codes. They initially offered a gold 50 code. I guess it was $50 off. And at the time I'm recording this, I think there's a gold 25 code, something like that. And you never know what other kind of codes they'll be offering to discount the price down a little bit. But check it out and maybe inquire with the folks at Rockwell Razors themselves to find out what other codes are out there. But only 500 are being made, 24 karat gold 6S safety razor. Absolutely beautiful. And again, keep your eyes out for an email alert from the folks at Rockwell discussing this 10th anniversary edition of the 6S razor done in 24 karat gold. Absolutely gorgeous. Hey, Jim, thanks very, very much. Really do appreciate it. And folks, we'll have a link below directly to the page where this razor is featured. And again, you might want to inquire about some additional codes that they might be rolling out. You never know. So, Jim, thanks again very, very much. Enjoy that razor. Really do appreciate it. Viewer Chris Borab also purchased the 10th anniversary Rockwell 6S in 24 karat gold. And he wrote, "Hi Mark, just wanted to send this unboxing video of the 10th anniversary Rockwell 6S in 24 karat gold. Here's some info from their blog page about the project." And that page reads, "The engineering challenge. Creating the Rockwell 6S in 24 karat gold was no easy feat and far more challenging than we initially anticipated. We used metal injection molding to create the individual parts, but plating stainless steel with gold while maintaining symmetry and consistency across the razor was a difficult task. Each razor had to undergo multiple stages of complex surface treatment to ensure durability and consistency. Many parts were rejected due to issues like scratches, color inconsistencies, and hanging marks. Further, passing the corrosion test meant that we had to carefully manage the plating thickness within tight tolerances. This meant that even a variation of less than 1 millimeter in thickness was enough to impact the shaving performance and overall experience, which meant that any minor deviation was immediately rejected. We had to make and test over 10 different molds, each designed to ensure that the razor's blade gaps and adjustability matched the original 6S. We had to do 3 production runs of over 1,500 units each to get 500 units of only the best 24 karat gold plated 6S. Overall, it was a complex process, but the result is a razor that marries luxury with engineering excellence. Wow! Thanks for the information, Chris, and thanks for the great look at your brand new 10th anniversary Rockwell 6S in 24 karat gold. Thanks again, Chris. Really do appreciate it. And that wraps up this week's look at new wet shaving gear. My thanks to everyone who contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's check out some of these questions and comments. Well, I got this email from Glenn Martin, also known as Bug Chief, and the heading is Inexpensive Go-To Daily DE Driver. Hi, Mark. I feel like I'm asking Dear Abby a question, but here goes. I've had a full beard for over a year, but shaved it off this past week. I don't like beards per se, but my family always encourages me to have one. It is full and snow white. Prior to COVID, I would volunteer to assist the man around Christmas. I love the wet shave experience and have an arsenal of approximately 50 DE and single edge razors to choose from in my collection. Most are classics from around the early 1900s to date. I also have some newer DE razors as well. So here's the question. I found myself grabbing a Lord L6 DE razor, currently $6.99 on Amazon, as my first choice. Is this odd with all the more expensive and classic razors I have at my disposal? I was wondering if any of your subscribers have great razors but choose to grab a razor that costs less than $20 to shave with daily. Just curious. Best regards, Glenn, aka Bug Chief. Hey Glenn, that's a great question. As we like to say on the show, your face, your rules. And whatever you want to use, if it works for you, you know what? Have at it. I've reviewed the Lord L6, and I found it to be a really, really wonderful razor, especially for the price point. It really delivers a wonderful, mild, smooth shave. As a matter of fact, I've recommended folks grab this one, throw it into your DOP kit if you're going to be traveling out of town. And that way, if you accidentally lose it or misplace it, no great loss. You're only out of $6 or $7 razor. Whereas if you have a high-end razor in your shave den or something that belonged to your father or your grandfather, you're not going to risk losing it on the road, that sort of thing. But I don't think that's odd at all. I think a lot of wet shavers out there, especially when they have a nice collection of razors, they sometimes gravitate towards a razor that is a bargain price razor and gives them some nice shaves. But the thing is, I think the question here is longevity. How long is this razor going to last? And I don't think you're going to be able to hand this down to your heir after 20, 30, 40 years, something like that. That's my guess. You yourself have a great collection of razors that go back to the early 1900s, made from great, great quality materials that have stood the test of time. And I think that's what these modern CNC razors, the higher end CNC razors, have in common. Razors from Timeless, like this stainless steel right here, or their bronze razor right here. These are precisely made, beautifully made, deliver great, great shaves. They're lifetime razors. They're also generational razors. You're going to be able to hand this down to your heir. This Carve Overlander, this is a fabulous razor. And now that we're talking about the Carve, I would put the Carve up against the L6 any day of the week. The Carve, I think, gives a fantastic shave. I would say a superior shave to the Lord L6. The Lord L6 is good, but my gosh, this Carve Overlander, as well as the Timeless razors, are just wonderful, wonderful razors. Another one that is very, very good is the Dracant in stainless steel. Boy, this is another terrific, terrific razor. Again, these are lifetime razors. They're generational razors. You'll be able to hand them down to your heirs, and those heirs will hand it down to their heirs. And who knows how long these will last. I don't think we can say the same thing for the Lord L6. It's a good razor. It'll give you a good shave. It's great to have in the shave den, great for travel. So if there's a risk of maybe losing it, something like that, no great loss. I think it serves a very, very good purpose. But these other razors that I've mentioned, plus I know that there are many, many others out there, they deliver great shaves. They are precisely made. They are well worth the price of admission. And this is something that you will be able to hand down to your heir. Look at all the vintage Gillette razors we've talked about on this channel. And sure, back in the day, they may have been maybe $5 or $10. That was a lot of money back then. So yeah, I think you get what you pay for. Nothing wrong with using a bargain razor. If it gives you a great shave, that's great. The question is, how long? That's kind of the way I look at it. And again, I have nothing against the bargain razors because we've talked about them on the show many, many times. And I like seeking out good quality bargain razors that give a really, really nice shave, something you can take on the road with you and afford to lose. That's why I like talking about them. But when I'm at home in my shave den, you better believe I'm reaching for a good quality, precisely machined razor from Timeless, from Carve, from Dracant, that sort of thing. As a matter of fact, these razors that I'm showing you, they're in my shave den. The L6 was in a box on a shelf in the basement, and I had to dig it out. So I think that kind of says something there. But you know what? Your face, your rules. If it works for you and you like to have it in your shave den, go for it. Okay, I'll put it to the viewers. What say you? as he asks here, I was wondering if any of your subscribers have great razors, but choose to grab a razor that costs less than $20 to shave with daily. What say you? Is that something that you do, or do you just do as I suggest? Have those bargain razors for those weekend getaways to throw in your DOP kit. It'll give you a great shave, but when you get home, yeah, you're using a really high quality, high-end, precisely machined and manufactured razor like the folks at Timeless offer, or the folks at Carve offer, or the folks at Tricont offer. Yeah. What say you? Please comment below. Let us know. Glenn, really do appreciate the question. It'll make for a great discussion, and I'm looking forward to reading all the answers from viewers out there. Glenn, thanks again very, very much. Well, last week we were talking about organic castor oil, and I was talking about some of the applications that I have used with it, and it's supposed to be a natural moisturizer. So I said I was going to probably use this winter to kind of overcome the cracked thumbs and fingers edges that I sometimes get during the winter months. So I'm going to try this year and see how that works. James Sefton sent this along and said, Mark, whenever I hear people say about cracked fingers or hands, I always think of my dad making his own salve of half lard and half beef tallow. It always worked for him. Well, that's great to hear. Does anybody else use that recipe for dry skin during the winter months? Would really be interested in knowing if that is a recipe that they also incorporate into their lives, or did your father or grandfather or mom or grandmom do something like that? Half lard and half beef tallow. It always worked for him. That's a great recipe, James. Thanks very, very much for passing that along. Me, I'm gonna give the organic castor oil a try this winter and see how it works. James, thanks again very, very much. Viewer David Richland sent along some great information regarding disinfecting shaving tools and also moisturizing hands and skin. And he writes, "Hi, Mark. I would like to share some thoughts regarding disinfecting tools and moisturizing hands. As a hairstylist with nearly 50 years of experience, I've encountered my fair share of hygiene and skincare challenges. Two common issues that often arise are disinfecting shave tools and moisturizing dry hands. When it comes to disinfecting shave tools, Barbicide is a reliable and industry standard choice. This disinfectant solution is widely used in both the hair and medical fields. When using a Barbicide jar, pay attention to the blue gasket at the bottom. This gasket is color-coded to match the Barbicide solution, providing a visual cue to ensure the correct dilution. I did not know that. That is very helpful, David. Thanks very, very much for that. He continues here. The standard dilution ratio is 32 ounces of water to 2 ounces of Barbicide. If you're using a smaller jar, adjust the proportions accordingly. Barbicide can be found on Amazon. Here's a link, and we will provide that link below. David, thank you very much for passing along the link. Now, he continues here, keeping hands moisturized is crucial, especially for those in professions that require frequent hand washing. I've experimented with various products over the years and have found Vaseline to be exceptionally effective. Dermatologists often recommend Vaseline for post-surgical care, including Mohs surgery or cryotherapy. Its affordability and effectiveness make it a standout choice compared to other specialized hand creams. Wow, David, thank you very, very much for this information. I never thought of Vaseline to use as a hand moisturizer. Boy, that is absolutely fantastic. And thanks very, very much for all the great information regarding Barbicide, the correct ratio, and that sort of thing. And the blue gasket. I never knew that the blue gasket color is a visual cue to having the correct dilution of Barbicide in that jar. Wow, great information, David. Thanks again very, very much. Viewer Gary JC sent along this email, and the subject heading is Blades Made in the Czech Republic. And Gary writes, Tatara Company makes the Tatara Swedish stainless steel DE blade. Czech Blades Company makes Tatra and Tiger DE blades. Some are platinum, some are carbon steel, and one is super something. The blades from these two companies may satisfy or not any individual person. I tried 3 or 4 different blades from Czech Blades Company and I did not like them. I recently tried the Tatara blade and it is good so far upon just one shave with it. Maybe more blade companies are in Czech Republic, but I do not know. Rex Company in USA, Arizona offers the Rex Platinum blade, but the Rex Company will not say which company in the Czech Republic manufactures these blades. Taking a chance on even a single tuck of Rex blades might be the best way to try the Rex blades. Some would prefer not to take the risk. The Tatara blades and the Czech blades are the two companies represented on RazorBladesClub.com. Hey, Gary, thanks for the background information on that. I did not realize that razor blade manufacturing in the Czech Republic was so prevalent. Regarding the Rex Supply Platinum razor blades, I love these blades. I absolutely love these blades. I don't know where they're made, but my gosh, these blades are wonderful. I absolutely love using these. I've talked to other wet shavers, and they really like these blades a lot. And they just deliver some absolutely awesome shaves. I've used this blade in a wide variety of razors, and every single shave has been a good one. Are they made in the Czech Republic? Are they made somewhere else in the world? I don't know, but all I know is wherever they're being made and whatever manufacturing process is being used for these blades, please keep it up because I love these blades. They are that good. So if you've never tried them, I recommend getting a tuck or two and trying them out. I think you're going to turn around and buy an entire sleeve. Other wet shavers have told me that this is what they've done. They've tried a tuck or two and immediately ordered an entire sleeve of them. That's how good they are. And I like them a lot. And again, as far as blades being made in the Czech Republic, I've heard of Tatara, I've heard of Tatra, and Tiger. I believe I've used Tiger blades before. I think I've got them in some samplers, and I'm going to check the samplers that I have to see if I have the Tatara and the Tatra, and we'll give them a go and see how they work in some of the razors that we have in the shave den. So thanks very much for the background information. I did not know that the Czech Republic was involved in razor blade manufacturing, and it's good to know that these other blades are out there. Again, that's the great thing about the traditional wet shave. There are a lot of great options out there. You'll find a razor, a shave soap, a brush, a razor blade that fits your wallet and your beard type, whether it's made in the Czech Republic or somewhere else in the world. That's what's so great about the traditional wet shave. So Gary, thanks again very, very much for the background information regarding blades made in the Czech Republic. Really do appreciate it. And that wraps up another Monday Morning Mailbag. Thanks so much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Please share, please subscribe, please like. Hit that bell so it'll give you a yell the next time I upload a video. Comment below. Let me know. Check out all the wonderful artisan soap makers and sellers that you see displayed on the bottom of the screen right now. They make and offer some wonderful artisan shave soap. They also offer some wonderful wet shaving gear to enhance your traditional wet shave. The next time you're online, please take a moment, pay them a visit. I sure would appreciate it. Thank you very much. Also, check out my Amazon product page at amazon.com/shop/MarkZerati, where you'll find all the Amazon listed products that I review in this channel, organized and categorized so you can find everything in a snap very easily. I'll leave you with this laugh. Hey, we have another double take cartoon puzzle this week. Try to find the differences between the two cartoon panels. If you need more time, just pause the video or try to find all the differences before time runs out. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Make it a great week.